there's a new controversy affecting Joy Reid of MSNBC. You know, Joy Reid, she made some blog posts. They were exposed. Horrible blog posts. Said some things that she said she would never say now. Then she walked it back and said, well, I don't think I wrote those posts. I think I was hacked. She must have read Donna Brazil's book. Hacked. Hey, that's a good explanation for everything. We got hacked. That's what it was. Well, when that story started falling apart, we stopped hearing Joy Reid talk about it. Well, unfortunately for Joy Reid, even more comments, more blog posts from her now defunct personal website to the world have been coming out, and it don't look good. But Joy Reid is reluctant to talk about it. Here's the story. MSNBC's Joy Reid takes to the air does not address newest round of discovery or controversy discovery. Joy Reid was back to business as usual on her Saturday show a day after she apologized again, as MSNBC stood by her despite calling recent unearthed blog posts hateful and hurtful. Okay. So Joy Reid, she comes on for 2 hours. It airs Saturday and Sunday mornings, and during the 2 hours, she did not address this latest stream of complaints. In her apology Friday, Reid said, while I published my blog starting in 2005, I wrote thousands of posts in real time on the issues of the day. There are things I deeply regret and am embarrassed by. I would have said differently, and issues where my position has changed. Today, I'm sincerely apologizing again. This week, BuzzFeed reported on a post that included a photoshopped image of Senator John McCain's head on the body of the shooter in the 2007 Virginia Tech massacre. BuzzFeed also wrote a piece about a 2006 post in which Reid promoted the 9/11 conspiracy film, Loose Change. Other outlets have dug in as well, dredging up several old posts that contain controversial rhetoric about border security and CNN anchor Wolf Blitzer's coverage of Israel. MSNBC's statement on Friday says that Reid's statements do not reflect MSNBC's opinions or beliefs, or her current opinions or beliefs. Yeah, she doesn't feel that way. She didn't feel that John McCain is akin to the shooter from Virginia Tech. Some of the things written by Joy on her old blog are obviously hateful and harmful. Hateful and hurtful. They are not reflective of the colleague and friend we have known at MSNBC for the past 7 years. Joy has apologized publicly and privately and says she has grown and evolved in the many years since, and we know this to be true. In April, Reid, a popular commentator among liberals, used her MSNBC show AM Joy to address other controversial blog posts that had surfaced, and her assertion that some of the posts were the work of a hacker. She opened her April 30 show with a lengthy statement and apology for past homophobic remarks. She also hosted a panel on LGBTQ issues. You know, I have no problem going in on Joy Reid. I've done so in the past. In fact, some people written me long letters about they concluded I had a fixation on Joy Reid. I haven't done that many videos. Maybe 5. Done over 2,700 videos, dude. But I will say this. Joy Reid did not write, she did not wrong. Well, she did wrong people specifically. She did make comments specifically. Right? She made comments, blanketed comments that were homophobic. Okay? She did. It wasn't that she wasn't in politics at the time when she made those comments. It wasn't like she was a seamstress or a manager of a hotel or an astronaut. She was a political commentator at the time. She just didn't have a big job at MSNBC. She was a writer and she was somewhat a journalist, right? So those were her comments in that position. She just hadn't got a paycheck yet. I find it funny that now it's no big deal. No big deal. You know, there are comments that many independent media people make, and every time they get an opportunity, every time the corporate media folks I see on Twitter, excuse me, they get an opportunity, they'll bring it up. They'll bring it up and they'll use it to smear you. It's happened to me. This is what they do. But when it's one of their own, there's no smear. When it's one of their own, it's, oh, she's evolved. She doesn't mean that anymore. Look, I'm not saying Joy Reid should lose her job. I don't call for people's jobs. I didn't call for Bill Maher's job when he used the N-word on Real Time with Bill Maher. I didn't call for Roseanne Barr's job or show. Okay, that's not what I do. I don't run around going, fire him, give me their job, give me their job. Man, that's not what I do. So I'm not asking that. I'm not demanding that. And who am I anyway? I'm just one person. It's not like I got any power over what they decide to do at MSNBC. I would like, though, that people stop being hypocrites. You can't say Joy Reid should be fired for comments that she made and then defend Roseanne Barr and say, well, she should get her show back. And you can't say Roseanne Barr should be fired if you let Bill Maher get away with the N-word comments. When's the last time you saw Kramer? Remember Kramer? Remember that guy from Seinfeld? Probably in the top 20 of most recognizable Americans. When was the last time you seen him on the show? I think I saw him on one Larry David episode for 2 seconds. It's not fair. A lot of things aren't fair in this country. But when you are the media and you are on a major network and you're paid millions of dollars and you work for a corporation that makes billions of dollars, which is MSNBC and their parent companies, well, you would think that they would at least pretend to call it straight. But that's just my opinion. I'm just a lowly, independent media personality commentator. What do I know? Oh, and it's also funny, one side note, it's also funny that Joy Reid apologized to, who was it? Who she talk about? Rosie O'Donnell. She made a comment about Rosie O'Donnell. She apologized to Rosie personally. I think that's what they were referring to in the article. But Bill Clinton didn't apologize to Monica Lewinsky. He said he apologized to the world. Why should he have to apologize to Monica Lewinsky? And see what I'm saying about hypocrites?